So now we'll welcome you to the show, Mike Feeney.
Oh, hi.
And the way that we induct new guests onto the show is for you to share with us a nightmare date story.
Okay, well, I've been in this current marriage now that I'm in, for 13 years. So we have to go back quite a ways. But
How old are you?
31.
Okay.
But I think that the worst date that I've ever been on, though, I guess it was when I was still in high school, right? And a friend of mine hooked me up with her cousin, and her cousin was she didn't go to the same school or whatever, but she got around. She had been around a few times. I was a virgin at the time. She was not. And we went to meet up to go to the movies. And then we got to the movies. We were going to see that movie, Showtime, with Robert De Niro and Eddie Murphy. It was like a cop, buddy cop movie. And so we were like in line to get tickets for it. And I'm all like souped up. I was like, oh, who knows what's going to happen? I might be able to like get a hand job out of this or something like that. And then while we're online, she goes, why don't we skip the movie, and then there's like woods behind the movie theater. She's like, we can go into the woods, and then you could fuck me up against a tree.
How old were you?
I was like 16, 17 or so. I wasn't even 17. I was like 16, I think, because I was still, like I said, I was still a virgin. So I was like. And it was also raining outside. I was like, yeah. I was like, it's also like it's kind of raining. You know what I mean?
And see this movie.
Yeah. I had heard such good things, and also I was like, I still don't have the upper body strength to be hoisting someone against a tree. Like, there's no way my first fuck was going to be standing sex against a tree against a girl who, for sure, I think she now has like 4 kids or whatever. So I was trying to politely decline that, and she was getting like so aggressive. She was just like, come on, like she was basically like trying to like pull my wrist to go fuck that. And I was like, why don't we do this? Why don't we see the movie, because it's gonna be great, and then afterwards we'll be like all amped up. Maybe afterwards, we can go fuck somewhere, maybe like in a car. Yeah, so maybe just not in the wood, in the cold rainy woods, and then she was like, no, we have to, it's like one or the other, essentially. And so I saw Showtime.
Wow.
And it wasn't great. It wasn't a great movie. It was not great. And yeah, now she definitely has like multiple kids, but she was like, she was just a crazy person that you realize like once you're in there, because, when you're like 16, you're like so horny. You're like, I'll have sex with anything. But then when you have like a person who's had so much sex that they're just like, yeah, let's go right now. And you're like, oh yeah, I don't know. But I was also like, I was probably still a little prude back then too. But I was like, there's no way that I'm going to lose my virginity to this chick. I was like, at least I wanted to be in a bed. If there was a bed situation. But I was like, there's too much there's too much pressure of all of that stuff.
I think
there's
a lot of that, especially for guys at like 16, 17, when you're all together, you just talk about like, dude, I want to fuck. We're going to fuck. And the minute a girl is like, smash me right now, you're like, I could, what? No, this movie's got Robert De Niro and Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, like I've already bought the popcorn, so I don't know what to do here.